This is the dedication
这
chapter
是入菩萨行论
from the
回
Guide to
向
the
品，
Bodhisattva's Way of Life by Master
祭
Shantideva.
天大师著。
Thus have I completed writing a guide to the
造此
Bodhisattva's
入
way of
行
life,
论，
and I pray that by this goodness,
此上所
every
生
living
福，
being may take up this way of life.
愿诸有情
By the
众
power of this
悉
good
入
deed
菩
too,
萨行，
may any single living
凭
creature
借此善力，
in sickness or in
周
pain
边诸方所
of body or of mind
身心病
in any
苦者，
corner of this universe be thrown into
得
a sea
乐
of bliss.
如大海。
And for as long as they may wander
愿
in
彼
the circle
尽
of
轮
suffering
回，
life, may they never lose this
永
bliss.
不失此乐。
May every one of them one day reach the bliss
愿诸
beyond
皆获
all
得
other,
无
and stay
上
there
相续乐。
never ending. I don't know how many realms of hell there are,
愿诸世间界
but
所
by this
有
power
诸地
may
狱
every person trapped in one
所困诸有
instead
情
find joy in
皆
the joy of the
获
heaven of
极
joy.
乐喜。
May those who freeze in the cold of hell be
愿
covered
彼
in warmth.
寒者暖，
May infinite showers of gentle rain fall from vast
亦
bodhisattva
愿
clouds
菩萨云
to cool the
飘
searing
降无
pain
边雨，
of those who live there in fire.
清凉至热苦。
May the forest of falling leaves of knives
愿
turn for
彼
those who
剑叶
live there
林
into
西
a
沉
pleasure
清凉
grove
园，
of shady bowers. May the daggers of the trunks
铁刺
of the
树
trees
枝
of
干，
Shalamali sprout
悉长
as the
如意
wish-giving tree
枝。
instead. May the caverns of hell suddenly echo forth
愿
with
欲
the soft
成
sweet
乐
song of
园，
the dove and nightingale,
歌鹅
ruby-throated sparrow,
燕夜莺，
graceful swans, birds of every kind,
乐
drawn
音
to the
美
gentle
飞
waters
琴，
that
芬
spring
芳
up
莲
instantly
花
there,
池，
covered with lotuses, whose delicate fragrance fills the air. May the heaps of burning embers of fire become
愿
piles
火灰
of
城
precious
堡，
jewels, and the red-hot glowing iron floor, the
铁
ground of a
熔
new world,
成金地。
sparkling in crystal light. May the mountains that slam together, crushing the
部
crowds
位众
of
河
helpless
山，
people between them,
成
turn to the
佛
palace,
无量宫。
temples of heaven, filled with bliss-filled Buddhas. In the moment that I speak, may the great rain of putrid filth and stones
熔
of
浆
solid
石
fire,
冰
knives
器
and spears
西
turn
沉
into
散
a
花
soft,
雨，
steady shower of fragrant flower petals. And in the hells of anger, where
冰
people
刀
snatch up
相
rocks
砍
and
杀，
sticks to gash one another
化
open,
为护头
may
花。
they instead gather up armfuls of petals, laughing, tossing over each other. I send the awesome power of the good deed that I've
愿
done
因五福
as well
聚
to all those trapped within the river
泄密，
that
似
cannot be
火
crossed,
燃，无
wrapped
边
within the
大
hell
河
flame
众，
there, with all the skin and flesh ripped away from
皮
their
肉
bodies,
溶使尽，
the bones jutting out in the glistening
骨
white
露
of
新
freshly
雪
fallen
白。
snow. May this power grow their bodies
愿
back
彼因五
in the
福
form of divine
得
angels.
获妙天身，
And then may the beings in hell take pause and wonder suddenly
欲
to
众暂
themselves,
消停，
why
心
now do
中
the
自
henchmen of the
思
Lord
忖
of death and
缘
his
何
vicious
欲随
ravens
从？
and the birds of
促
prey,
就顿
why
生
do they
惧。
turn and run from us? What glorious power has turned the night of hell
谁有此妙力，除
and
暗
smothered us
生欢
within
喜？
this happiness, this strength, this bliss? Who could
谁
have
有
such
此
power?
妙力？
And may they raise their eyes and see the blue of sky, and seated in it, the one who
思以
holds the
望
diamond
空
in their
寂，
hand.
习
And
见
then
金
may
刚
joy
手，
spread in their hearts, so powerful
喜悦心
that
荡
it
漾，
tears away every wrong.
除
they
悉
ever
一
did.
切罪，
And so then they can rise and fly away
随
with this
佛
Buddha.
觅飞行。
May a rain of lovely flower petals mixed with cool and perfumed
愿欲
water
有情见，
descend in a song
香
and
水
extinguish
伴
the
花
flames
雨，
of the fires that burn in hell.
随
May the
声
beings
速
who
飘
live there
降，
look upon this
熄
sight
灭治愈火
and。suddenly be overcome by happiness.
愿欲众
And
生
then may
见
they think to
安乐
themselves,
亦
who
喜
could
足，
have done this thing?
心
And
思
may
和
they
因
turn
缘
and see before them the one who holds the lotus
斯
in
时
their
望
hand.
空寂，喜见圣
And then
观
may the
音。
hell beings hear a voice that calls to them and says, Come, my friends, so
愿
far
欲众
away,
有情，喜
away
闻
your
圣
fears
者
now
呼。
and come be
有
at
朋
my
速来
side.
此，却
Come to
具
the
来
one
吾
whose power
旁，
has stripped away your agony
力
and
能
thrown you
灭
into
诸
joy.
苦。愿
And when they
见
lay their eyes on this
文
one,
殊尊。
on gentle voice himself or herself, may every miserable creature there burst
苦
forth
众
in a
忽
song,
闻歌，
a song that roars
其
through
声
the hells,
响欲
a
间。
song that sings, You are the Bodhisattva who
汝为
protects
菩萨
every
众，
single living being,
因此互有
overcome by your
情。
love for them. You are the youth divine, with your
五
flowing
季
locks,
观颤颤，
body blazing in light.
令
How could
未
it be that
尽
you
消
have come to
除。
us and smashed the
谁愿
terrors
舍
here?
彼去？
Are you not the one to whom 1,000 gods would run
着
to
冠
touch the
千
tips
天
of their
神，
crowns
其
at your
礼
lotus feet?
连足前，
The one whose eyes glisten in tears of compassion for us,
悲泪润慈
the
目，
one on whom a constant shower of
花
petals
雨
falls.
临寂顶。
See him or her now, surrounded by
彼
palaces,
居乐艺
filled
宫
with，crowds of celestial youth,
天女齐
singing
歌
out your
颂，
praises. Oh, thus may it come to pass,
以
through the
吾
power of
善
the
根
goodness that
力
I，have done,
愿
every
欲受
suffering
苦
being in
众，
hell, wrapped now deep in happiness,
幸福众围
standing,
绕，
staring up at clouds as they gather overhead, and the
悉
reality
见
of the
普
Bodhisattva,
贤等，
the one
无
whose
碍
name is
菩
sheer
萨云。
excellence, and all the rest, uncovered fully in the light,
光
sending
芒
down
颤
upon them
颤
showers
声，
of the rain,
飘
that brings
降
them
芬
bliss,
芳雨，
cool, soft rain.
清
rain
凉
of
复
finest
安乐。
And by this power may every
愿
being who
以
lives
此
in the
功
animal
德，
realm be freed
彼诸旁
from
生
the
类，
terror of feeding off
免
each
遭
other.
强食味。
May those who live as craving spirits enjoy a life of peace and plenty,
复
like
愿
humans
恶
of
鬼
the isle
惑，
of haunting voice.
北俱
May a
如人
stream
乐
of。milk descend from the hand of the Lord of
愿
power,
圣观
the
世音
realized one, the one who looks
手
with
出
loving eyes,
甘露乳，
and may it fill the spirits who crave, washing them too in a gentle bath,
饱足恶鬼
leaving
众，
them cool and
永
refreshed.
浴恒清凉。
And by this power may the blind open their
即
eyes
有
and see
此
the
善
beauty.
力，
May
愿
the deaf
盲
hear the
见
song
形
of
色，
sound.
聋
May
者
every
常闻
woman with
声，
child give birth as Maya, the
如
Buddha's
彼
angel
摩
mother
耶
did
女，
him without a hint
孕
of
妇
pain.
产无碍，
May those without sufficient clothing be suddenly
愿
clothed.
裸者得衣，
May the hungry be instantly filled
饥
with
者
food.
得足食，
May those who suffer now from thirst drink
渴
fine
者
fresh
得
water
净水，
and other
妙
delicious
味
beverages.
诸甘饮。
May every poor person there is
愿
find
贫
all the
得
money
财
they
富
need. May
苦
those
者
who
享
grieve
安
be
乐。
comforted. May those who've lost hope find hope anew
愿彼
and
绝
security
望
that will
者
never leave them.
振奋亦永
May
固。
every single being who is sick within this entire universe
愿
be
诸
suddenly,
病有情
totally cured.
速脱疾
May
病
every
苦，
kind of disease ever known to living kind vanish now.
亦愿众生
forever.
疾毕竟永不生
May。all those in any kind of fear be suddenly freed from it.
愿为无所
May
惧，
those imprisoned
富
be
者
released.
得解脱，
May those downtrodden come to power. All of
弱
us
者
living then
力
as
强
family,
壮，
in harmony
心
with each
思
other.
互饶益。
May all of those who are on the road to anywhere at all be
愿
safe
诸
and
旅行
comfortable
者
wherever they are
处
now.
处皆安乐，
And may they, without the slightest trouble, find
所
at the end
求
of
一
their
切
journey
力，
the
无
thing
劳
they
悉
left their
成
home to
办。
find. May all those who've left dry land to travel
愿
in
诸
boats or
航
ships
行者
accomplish all
成
they set
办
out to
亦
do.
所愿，
May they cross the dangers of the waters
安抵
and
河
then
海
return
岸，
safe to their homes
亲友共
in the
欢
arms
聚
of。friends and family. May those who travel a barren waste of
愿迷
mistake their
荒
way,
骄者
who wander, lost,
幸遇诸
suddenly
行旅，
come upon new companions
无有
and
盗
find their
火
way
炬，
easily, free of
无
fatigue,
倦胜利
without the
行。
slightest danger of things like thieves or wild beasts.
愿天神守护
May，holy angels
无
come
路
and
险
protect all
难
those who
处，
live in fear, with nowhere to go, no path to follow, small children, the
老
elderly,
弱无护者，
those with no one to help them,
无眠
those who cannot sleep,
癫狂徒
those，who are troubled, and the insane. May they spend every life they still
愿
have to
脱
live,
无暇难，
free of every obstacle to a spiritual life. May they find firm feelings of faith and
具
wisdom
信慈爱
and a
慧，
perfect capacity for love. May their physical needs be filled. May they
实
lead good
用
lives.
惜富饶，
May they all have all they need to live forever, without a moment's pause,
受用愿无
as if they
尽，
possess the treasure of the
犹
magic
如
sky.
虚空藏，
May they live together without ever quarreling,
无争
without ever
亦
hurting
无
each
害，
other, enjoying instead the freedom to
自
live
在
as they
享
choose
天
to.
年。
May every person who is small or shy,
愿悲
who has
寒
no
微者，
confidence, become strong
荣
and
光
full of
兮
grace.
放花，
May those who lived a life of need and suffered from it
苦
physically
行憔悴者，
recover in resplendent health.
见朗行庄严。
May all who live in a place in society where they are not treated
愿
right
是受贬
transform
者
forever.
恒受器重敬，
May those who are looked down upon be raised up
寒
high
门尽显
and their
贵，
arrogant friends be tumbled
慢
to the
者
ground.
转谦逊。
And by this goodness I have done, may every single suffering
愿
being
诸有情众
give up every single
因
harmful
吾
thought
诸福
or
德，
word or deed,
悉断一切
taking up
恶，
always in its stead thoughts and words
常要
and deeds
福
of
善
virtue.
行。
May these beings never cease to strive to reach the ultimate goal
愿
for
不
others,
舍决
and
心，
may their hearts be swept away
心
by the
随
stream of
菩提
loving
行
conduct.。May they abandon every sort of dark behavior,
诸
remaining
佛
in the care
恒光
of
爱，
every holy being.
断尽诸
May
魔
every
业。
living soul enjoy a life
愿
immeasurably
诸
long,
有情众
living thus
万
forever
寿永
in a
无
state
疆
of。constant bliss,
愿诸
so
喜
that
乐
even the very
尽，
word death is never heard spoken again.
不闻死亡
May
名。
all the places that exist in every world there
愿
is
于诸方
turn
所
instantly into
遍长
gardens of
如意
elegant
林，
design, filled with trees that grant your every wish. And may the enlightened ones, along with their
佛
daughters,
佛子充遍，
walk amidst the trees,
宣
singing out
说
the sweet song
妙
of
法
Dharma.
音。
And in each one of these places, may the very foundation
普
the earth
愿
itself
十方
be
地，
transformed
无
from
硕
sharp
无荆
stones and the
棘，
like into the heavenly ground of lapis lazuli,
平
as
坦
smooth
如
as the
舒
palm
掌
of，your hand,
光
and soft
滑
to walk
似
upon.
琉璃。
And like a precious jewel adorning the same ground, may all the secret worlds that
愿
exist
诸菩萨
and all
众
the goodness in them
安住
abide
文法
atop these
卷，
newfound lands,
各以
crowded
妙
with
功
warrior
德
angels.
庄严
And too,
佛
may
道
all who
场。
live and breathe hear the song of birds, the wind in the
愿诸
trees,
有情众
the light
相
of the
续
sun,
恒听闻
and，the sky itself, singing aloud to
鸟
them
述
in
虚空
endless
名，
rhapsody.
所
holy
出
teaching.
妙法音。
And wherever they go, may they always meet the enlightened ones and their
愿彼
children
常
who
执
strive
佛
for enlightenment.
以及诸
May
佛
they
子
honor，these lamas, the highest of beings, with
并
endless
以无
showers of
边
offerings.
云献供
May
众
the
生
lords of the
师。
sky send down the rains on time, so to bring forth
愿
plentiful
天
harvest.
降时雨，
May all
五
existing
谷悉
governments
丰收。
make their decisions based on the teachings, and thus may
人
the
王
whole
如
world
法
prosper.
行，世
May
界
every
皆繁
medicine
荣。
come to have the power to cure.
愿
May the
要
secret
具
word
速
fulfill all
效，
hopes.
咒语
May
咸
the
灵
minds
验
of，gods and spirits of sickness alike be overcome with thoughts of
空行
compassion.
罗刹等，
May no single
悉
living
具
being
慈悲心。
ever again feel a single pain.
愿众无苦
May they
痛，
never again feel
无
afraid,
病未造
never
罪，
again be hurt by another,
无
never
惧
again
不
be
遭
unhappy.
侵，毕竟无
May
不乐。
places of spiritual learning thrive,
愿
filled
诸
with
所
people
学
reading
地
sacred books
讲
and
诵
singing them out
以
loud as
兴
well.
盛，
May communities of spiritual
僧团
practitioners
常和睦，
live always in harmony, and
目
may they
标
achieve the
悉
high
成
goals for
办。
which they live together. May all those who have ever taken the vows of
愿欲
love
学比
come to
丘，
master the arts of
悉
solitude,
住寂静
throwing
术
off，every kind of distraction. gradually refining their
断诸
minds,
散乱疑，
learning perfect
清安
meditation.
堪修善。
May nuns forever find support for their physical needs and
愿
live
尼
lives
得
free
力
of
养，
conflict or
断
any
征
outside
远
threat.
诸害。
May every person who's ever become ordained
如是
conduct
众僧
themselves
尼，
perfectly in
戒
their
缘
moral
无
code.
缺憾。
And may any of those who may have ever broken this
犯
code
者愿生
regret
悔，
what they've done
时
and always
时
work to clean the
尽
karma.
罪业，
May they then return to a higher birth, and
受
in their new
尽
life
深
never
善
cease
处，
their spiritual
不
discipline fail
复
again.
失境界。
May every sage who lives in this world find the honor
愿
due to
至
them
受尊
and always be
从，
offered the food and other needs
化
they
缘
request.
皆得足。
May they always take care that their hearts are pure,
心绪
and
悉
may they
心
earn a
净，
good name that spreads throughout
令
the
欲
entire
满
world.
十方。
May none of these people ever again undergo the pain of the lower
愿离
realms
恶趣苦
in strength beyond the
以
strength
及
of God.
诸艰
May
困，
they quickly win the state
复以圣天力，
without the
迅
slightest
速成
hardship.
正觉。
May every suffering being there is make offerings over and over
愿
again
诸有情
to
众
every enlightened
殷
being
勤
there is.
供诸佛，
And may the enlightened ones enjoy
供
forever
佛
what we
圣
have
福
offered
德，
them in
恒
infinite
常
ways
或
of
安
bliss.
乐。
May every plan there is in the heart of every
菩
bodhisattva
萨愿如
to help
意，
every living being
承
come
办
true.
众生力。
May everyone get every single thing that the enlightened ones who
有
shelter us.
有情
have in
愿
mind
悉
for us to
得
get.
护主慈护
May
念，
those who follow the lower paths of self-made awakened
独
ones
觉
and
声闻
listeners
众，
attain the
愿获
happiness they
涅
seek.
盘乐。
And may we, through the kindness of gentle voice,
愿
remember
闻闻
in
殊
life
恩，
after life who we are
我为登
and
地
what we
前，
practice,
常
rejecting
忆
the
己
worldly way
宿
of
命，
life again and
速
again
舍世间
until
风。
the day we reach the level called intense joy. May we gain the mystic ability to
愿
live
无
off even
非
the
饮
poorest
食
of food,
维
growing
生
ever more
充
strong
体
and
能
healthy.。In all our lives, may we win the wealth of learning to
世
live
事
in
愿
solitude
恒得，
with nothing
圆
more than
满
the
寂
barest
静
needs.
处。
And when anyone ever longs to see him,
何
or
事欲
ask
相
him even
见
the，slightest
或
question,
欲问法
may
义，
the shroud which covers their eyes be torn away,
愿其无
so
障
that the
碍，
high protector,
面
Lord
见闻
gentle
殊
voice
尊。
himself, instantly appears. We are working to achieve the goals of
位
all the
于
living
十
beings
方
there
际，
are in
承
every
办
corner of
有
this
情
universe.
力。
And so by this power may we learn to do
愿我
every
行
single
能
one of
如
the things
文殊
that gentle
圆满
voice is
行
able。to do. And may we decide that we will stay to work to clear away
乃
the
至
pain
有虚
of every
空
living being there
以
is
及众生
until the
数，
last day of this universe,
愿
until
吾
the very
住
last
世间，
suffering creature
尽
is
除
changed.
众生苦。
May every single pain that is coming to any single being there is
众生
ripen
诸
now
苦
upon
痛，
me instead.
愿悉报无
May the
生。
great community of bodhisattvas go forth
愿菩
and
萨
spread
遍识，
through all the world
助众生
to
安
work for
乐。
the happiness of all. The teachings of the enlightened
觉
ones are
圣
the
者
one
教
medicine
法，
that can cure the
乃
great
除
sickness
苦良
of
药，
living kind. They are the one
一
ultimate
切
source of
安
every
乐
form
园。
of happiness. And so by this
教
power,
法
may the
伴
teachings
历
remain
尽
long upon this planet
长久，
with all the
住
support
世
they
间
require。and all the respect they deserve. And lastly, do I bow
礼
myself down
敬
to the
文
one
殊
with the gentle
尊，
voice, the one who has been kind enough
恩
to teach me
深
the ways
无
of
善
virtue.
心，
Thus last do I bow myself down
义理善
to
知
the one
识，
who was kind enough to raise me up from
恩
childhood.
常无
I
三
bow to
学，
you, my
顶
spiritual
礼
guide.
无上师。